Welcome to Strengths Champion Solutions, where we help you grow stronger, work smarter, and lead wiser. We actually champion leaders and your people like your business depends on it. Today, if you are a leader, a manager, someone in the workplace that has a small team that you're responsible to grow, to build, to create a sense of psychological safety, to create high performing teams. Today, I want to share 8 best practices so that you can become a better facilitator for your team meetings. Now, as your host, Brent O'Bannon, I have to first tell you the 8 best practices I'm about to share took me years to learn. So I facilitated more than 1,000 different sessions and for different companies over the last 25 years. So if you need support and want to grow your skills as a facilitator or bring me in to help build facilitation skills into your organization for your leaders, managers, and teams, then we absolutely have a program for you. So today, let's get right to it. Number one, when you facilitate a team meeting, no matter how long that meeting is, number one, realize that it's more important to be the guide on the side rather than the sage on the stage. Now, when you are a keynote speaker speaking to hundreds, maybe even thousands of people, that's the time to be a sage on the stage. But whenever you have a small group meeting, we really have to learn how to come alongside. Be the encourager. Be the guide that literally is shoulder to shoulder. So not only having that mental attitude of a guide, but also even physically coming into the middle of a group, coming alongside of the group so that they can experience that sense of camaraderie. Now, here's the second best practice, and that is start with icebreakers. As soon as you start with some kind of icebreaker, immediately people get engaged. People know that their voice needs to be heard, and people begin to clearly find out what's in it for them when they do these icebreakers. You know, even when I have large groups, whether it's virtual or in person, sometimes I might do an icebreaker where a person has to choose one word that best describes them. And they have to share that one word and quickly share why they chose that one word. Literally, this can take 10 seconds, no more than 30 seconds. There are other types of icebreakers you even see in this picture here of this particular group that I was working with. People are standing up. I actually have an exercise where teams around a table will take a tennis ball and they'll throw that tennis ball back and forth. And I help them to experience how to not drop the ball. And they process very quickly, what does it mean to not drop the ball as a team? So start with icebreakers. All you have to do is just Google icebreakers, or there's all kinds of great icebreakers out there. Even a fun one is if you were to say your strengths are like one particular animal and why, just people coming up with an animal and discussing why they connect their strengths to that animal can be a fun icebreaker. Number 3, whenever you give your instructions for a small group exercise or a team building exercise, it's very important to make sure that we are clear, that there is a visual or a handout that also goes along with the instructions. And after I share the instructions for a particular exercise, I will ask a volunteer to put into their own words what they heard the instructions were. This helps create the clarity, eliminates confusion, and helps people take more ownership in the experience, even to the point of knowing exactly how much time there is for that exercise. And so hearing that in another person's voice also teaches listening skills. It teaches people to be ready to also take more ownership. Number 4, we say that sitting is the new smoking. So getting people up and standing, moving instead of sitting in chairs is one of the best ways to get the blood flowing. And so literally, when I see 2 people walking and talking, or 2 people leaning up against the wall in a flip chart, sometimes I will encourage people to go outside of the room if it's an exercise, a pair exercise, so that they could maybe be outside or be in a different room so that they're experiencing a different environment for the moment, just to break up the learning exercise. Number 5, understand when you plan different parts of your team meeting that there are 34 different strengths, that there are many different learning styles. So if you have people who are influencers, they probably are very verbal. They need opportunity to talk. If you have people who are strategic thinkers, they need quiet time. They may need a moment to write down their thoughts before they share. If you have people that are relationship building, then that means being able to have either pair or small group exercises where people can interact with each other and have more authentic, free-flowing conversations. It's going to help them. And then people who are influencers or who are executors, they may like action. So making sure that there's a sense of adventure, a sense of action, a sense of movement. So just remember, there's a variety of styles and a variety of strengths. There's 34 different Clifton strengths. There's 4 major domains of leadership. So helping, remember, just when you create these team building exercises, you're not just creating it based on your style, your strengths. So make sure that you create those auditory, visual, kinesthetic, movement learning kinds of experiences for everyone. Number 6, put the extra finger up there. Number 6, have a variety of pairs, small and large group sharing. So there's a time for people just to quickly bond, maybe even have a triad instead of a pair. There's times when you might have 3 to 5 people in a breakout, which you can do virtually through Zoom very easily. But always remember, after you do the pair and the small group sharing, that you also bring people back to the large group. And in that large group, ask for volunteers or choose a couple of people who are willing to report out what they experienced and what was most valuable in their learning segments when they come to the large group. Number 7 is a saying that I came up with one year when I was a president of our local Toastmasters club. And our quote and message for the year is, be always personable, always professional, forever playful. Always personable, always professional, always playful. So being personable is you being able to go first, maybe to model, but also to be professional, that you have all the time and the ingredients that you need for this facilitation, And then also making sure that your communication is concise and also being playful. Have different types of humor where you are using some self-effacing humor, poking fun at yourself. And it creates that playful spirit and that humorous atmosphere. And number 8, one of the things that people forget to do is how easy it is to use your phone. So, yes, it's important that you get permission to get pictures or video. When I do different programs, I have a contract, and in that contract, it does talk about that there may be some pictures, images, or videos used for marketing purposes. And so before you post to social media or to your website, yes, you want to get either verbal or written permission. But this is one of the easiest ways to get real life images and videos. And by the way, when you do your videos, you need to get your videos from the side. Many people think this is the best way to do a video, but no, you want to take your videos like this. And you can save those videos and then use them for marketing, for sharing, making memories. It's an incredible way to repurpose those videos and those messages also for your website and your marketing. So, curious to hear, what is your best practice for facilitating team meetings? And also, if you are interested to learn more about leadership, about coaching and facilitation, about business building, I have 3 different masterminds, strengths-based masterminds, that you also might want to check out and see if you're a good candidate to be in a success-oriented, strengths-oriented, powerful mastermind where you're growing yourself, not only as a leader, but as in business, as well as in coaching and facilitation skills. For those people that do want International Coaching Federation credit, those are available through my coaching mastermind. So until next time, continue to grow stronger, work smarter, and live richer.